we've talked about some of these, but we've talked a bit about this. How to differentiate yourself from your competitors. Counseling services, which we have all agreed to. Better customer service. Waiting time, shorter waiting time. Price, better quality of equipment and technology. Dr. Halo, what was your average waiting time before you deployed the EMR? What did you? No, you didn't measure
I
it.
didn't measure it,
Okay.
but it improved with.
It will definitely
Definitely
improve.
improved.
Definitely. Okay. And of course, you have to think about service mix. Do you run endocrinology service?
No, not pure endocrinology.
Because I would have thought most people with DM hypertension, you have to actually do some preventive kidney care for them,
Yeah,
such that. So there is some overlaps.
definitely. DM being the commonest, one of the commonest causes of kidney failure. Yes. But when I said not purely endocrine services, endocrine services is vast.
Yeah, that's
About
true.
thyroid and the other things. But basically, blood sugar control and all those ones, we do those basic ones. But going into thyrotoxicosis and adrenal problems.
We don't touch on those ones at all.
I actually have one endocrinologist, but she's a female. She doesn't like moving around too much.
So where does she live?
She lives in Benin.
Oh, well, to get to Sapele will probably 1-2 hours.
Oh, 30, 45 minutes.
But if you have request in Sapele, who says your driver can go and pick her and take her back? That solves a headache.
Well, I'm trying to work with one of the senior residents
Okay, that is in Sapele.
because she's the only one. She lives in Benin. She works in Delsut,
Okay.
which is Ogara. It's like 15
Oh.
minutes from Saple.
Okay, so you
But she's still not. Some physicians are actually not really into
business
make
part, make money.
and all that. I just want to work and go home. That kind of,
Especially the females.
you know.
Family.
The female basically. So otherwise, I would have extended endocrine services into
What you said right now, if we go to Ministry of Health in Alausa and go to where the doctors are planning research, easily 80% of them are females.
Yeah.
Easily. Because by 4 the other way
No,
home.
they are clever. Those are the clever women. Those are the smart women. Because, I mean,
I would say those are like in life. What are we looking for?
That's the question.
You want peace. You want
to enjoy
joy.
your work?
You want happiness. You want a bit of money. You don't want the whole money, but you at least want something that sense of fulfillment and
Yeah.
what you do.
Freedom.
So if they have it there, it's cool. I know some females, especially my ENT surgeon. She loves what she does. She wants to operate. She wants to see patients and all that. She has that satisfaction. So, and she's very smart. You know her. She was also in the battle. You know. So.
Now you are thinking.
I
Now you are thinking.
I think what.
Madam here knows what I'm talking about now. Those people who close at 4. And those of us who close
But
at
that's
6.
There's no closing time. They'll call you again after 6. I've reported 3 radiographs sitting down here.
you have reported 3.
What if I'm doing my phone? That's what I
But there's
do.
an average like
God.
that. Doctors know when they will leave the house, but they don't know when they will
They don't know.
Come back.
Well,
Enjoy it,
in
so enjoy
today's
it.
world,
I'm thinking
maybe
about
it's
that.
changing. Maybe people want that personal time for themselves also. I'm sure Dr. Helua owns the hospital. I'm sure his house is not far from the hospital. But at the same time, I'm sure he has downtimes. Don't call me. Unless
You may
he's
be
super
wrong.
critical. I'm sure I'm not wrong.
I'm
He's
sure,
sitting
I'm sure
here.
you're wrong.
My
Okay, let's
He's a
ask
guy-
him.
he's a guy-
Gynae.
he's a
Let's
guy-
ask him.
He's a guy-
Let's
he's
ask
not-
him. Oh, calm down.
have
There's no
downtime.
time, you know.
Wait,
There's no time.
So there's no
Gynae.
downtime.
There's no time in that.
There's no downtime.
The night before
My
the wedding,
comment here is my relaxation.
You've enjoyed it.
That's the unfortunate thing. That's my
Yeah,
I
the
just
only
said, let
time
me
they
leave the
relax is when
environment.
they left. Yeah.
Then I'm here to relax.
Not just
Bye.
I think it's any medical director. The night before my wedding, my mom said, "Yeah, come and sleep in our room. Your last night in the house." I didn't sleep.
They were calling her.
Phone calls from the hospital, 1 a.m. I said, how do you live? Like, she said, that's how her life is. I said, I put it on silent. I put it on silent. I need to sleep. What is this?
My younger sister
Oh,
was
no, I
getting
can't.
married, and my father died a long time.
So
I
you're
was
the
to
father.
take
Yeah,
her
walk her down the
to
aisle.
yes. I got ready, myself, my wife, and my children. I had this call.
Don't tell me.
Yes. I called 5 different doctors to see the patient. It was on a Saturday. They all said, no, they are not around. They are not around. I'm in Lagos, I'm in Benin, you know. Okay. I drove to the hospital. My doctor, my medical officer, I said, okay, now you take my wife and children to the church. I took the case.
So
I
what-
called somebody in church. I said, please take my sister down there.
Alright.
Can you imagine?
Can you believe that?
And your sister, did she forgive you for that?
She understands.
Yeah,
She
they will be
understands.
used to him by now.
Even if they don't forgive
Because
you,
for me,
something
I know
will
there
I
are
got to
times-
the reception.
You didn't even make the church at all.
something
No.
you will live with, even if she doesn't forgive
Man.
you. Something
Yeah,
that
you will get used
you
to it.
yourself should be able to live with it. You cannot. That is an emergency.
Ah.
You can't reverse the effect.
Mm.
Someone's life, and at the end of the day, I need to do
You
this. At
get
the end of the day,
used
you
to
won't
it.
forgive yourself if
When
something went
you
wrong
have
for
them-
someone's
Yeah.
life. You won't live
You
with
have
it.
Danny,
them
I
in
don't
your
like it.
family,
It's
like
most of
that.
the time you have to accept it. Some of you
Yeah.
you will lose your friends. Some people will not understand.
Those are your
Yeah.
So you just live with it. You pray for the ones that understand. The ones that won't understand, well,
Even your
But what
children
do you
won't
get
like
back as
you.
doctor?
My
What do we
children
get
don't want to
back?
be doctors.
What do you
You don't
get?
want to be doctor.
you have to get out.
Why I'm saying this, right?
Yes.
It's not just about money now.
Yes,
before
yes.
we go on.
Yeah.
I was seeing a patient. I'm a PUD patient. I was actually seeing a patient, and after seeing that patient, I had this terrible epigastric pain.
Yeah.
So I came out, got to the reception. I was about going out. Then I saw one patient. Dr. Ayo, what's wrong with you now? I said, nothing happening. Please,
You
come
have
and
to
see me quickly. After seeing me, then you can go home.
Yes.
Can you please quickly see me? After seeing me, you can go home. Go and rest. Don't put off your
But
soap.
see me
After
first
seeing
before
me.
you go and rest.
You know,
Can you
so I don't know.
No,
We
it's-
just that's what I'm saying. What do we get back as doctors for this thing? Not just we are looking at the business
it's
now.
not the-
Yeah.
To make money and
For a
this and
long
all
to
time,
that.
there
serve
was the
humanity.
prestige and respect. I don't even know if that is really
Doesn't
still
that
there.
that's not
The
there anymore.
younger doctors now don't care.
That was
It is there. It's
Not
still
there.
there.
It's-
People still
it's-
appreciate
Don't blame the
you,
younger doctors.
But-
anyway.
I don't blame them.
Because
What their eyes
you
are
you
seeing.
need to
Yes.
make the money so that your family doesn't start asking you
You
You know how much
questions.
I
how much
won't
they
lie.
pay doctors now, so I don't blame them.
Yeah, I
Ah,
When you look at it,
Oh.
what you gain at the end of the day is the conviction that this is what you chose to do,
Mhm.
and you are happy saving. When you look back tomorrow, you're like, okay, I saved this life, I impacted people. No problem if I die tomorrow. I told
Yeah,
someone I
you're
can.
fulfilled.
I used to tell someone I can't. I'll be very upset if I die by road accident, but I'll be okay if I die in the hospital and said one I contracted one illness. I said, where do you expect me to die before?
Okay, so the point is we need to sit down, possibly plan with our team, and look at a mix of services that we can develop and offer our current patients. You have identified one, the counseling part, and I'm sure he's making some money for you
We
guys.
just started. We just signed the contract.
By
So
the
let's
time
see how
people
it goes.
know that,
Contract.
do you know how many people I advise a corporate organization? It was my partner that came in the other time that just peeped, that was
Okay.
asking to come. We have one of the telcos. I can imagine at least every 6 weeks we don't know where to send people to for counseling. Psychologist, pediatric. You almost can't find in Lagos. So at least now I know you guys are thinking that route.
Willing to go.
So far
There
you
are
know
some
the
that is the
psychiatrist.
doctor that is referring them. You don't have a choice.
Are you joking?
Yeah, it's the doctor that is referring. They can now at least let's give the option that oh, this is where you can have this service. But
a lot of them,
you can now go or
the
not.
doctor will refer. They will just not go.
If you don't call it psychiatrist, people don't like that word.
Yeah.
Or is it counseling? It's very.
And since a lot of people do counseling in churches anyway.
So why not?
So for her, we need to start documenting and capturing what does the customer need, what does the customer expect. That light is too bright. What does the customer what are the expectations coming to the hospital? What are the preferences? The preferences one is very funny. So patient A comes, oh, I like this blue place. Then patient B comes, oh, blue, I don't like it. I've got to go pink. It doesn't mean you keep changing your colors all the time. But just need to have an idea of what do majority of the patients prefer. You always prioritize who brings the most money, who sizzles the most. That's where you try to fulfill their needs and expectations. And of course, aversions, you mentioned one, people don't like this hospital smell. So if your hospital doesn't smell like a hospital, great. Let's start from that. That is the baseline for every private. I don't know about the public guys, these ones are crazy. But for the private, that is the baseline. I know there's a smell that comes with dialysis.
That's the urea.
Yeah.
They do drill the piping. What you do is when
No, I'm actually worried about Lana. Does it?
no. Take care of that.
Okay, great. I went to, I don't know what their name. My cousin in UK does dialysis 3 times a week. So I actually went to one. Lovely place. I liked sitting down there. Even. I'm not a patient, but so basically when patients come to your place, they must be comfortable because most of the time they are there waiting is non-value added time to the patient. So you might as well make it easier for them. Yeah, this comes back to what we were talking about the other time. About the one we talked about was, what was it? Certain level expected. So for your customers, this is the Kano model. Kano is a Japanese guy that talks about not Kano City, that talks about having insights into customer satisfaction. There are some requirements that they must be there. If not, if they're absent, your patient is highly dissatisfied. In the hospital, of course, a doctor must be there, nurses must be there. Your service that you say you're offering must be there. If they're not there, well, let me go to the next door. Maybe they will have those ones. It's expected. Yeah. The one dimensional is just a minimal is expected. So maybe that hospital smell is a minimal now for private places. Before it used to be, if it's not there, I'm happy. You see that over the years, its nature has changed to at least don't let it be there. Yeah. But if not, some people will never come back again, ever. Yeah. That's it. Then of course, the better your waiting room is elevated, that it looks so lively, it's active, you can engage, the more the level of satisfaction. So that's probably one dimensional. But the way to the patient's heart is I'm not expecting it. And you gave me. Initially when you started, your milk and Milo was on this level. Now the patient is expecting it. If you don't dare give it, look at. So continually.
I miss that milk and Milo part. Neither was it.
Okay.
I really beneficial to know, man. No, we.
Okay, sir. You have the floor.
The milk and Milo model.
When we're having a lot of patients coming in for antenatal care, but deliveries, no. So I now introduce the Milo and milk model, So once you deliver, you get Milo and Make. For those registered with us.
Okay.
And the
So-
delivery rates went up.
Delivery
No,
rates-
Tin.
Tin,
As
okay.
if
Yes.
consequently if they deliver, because what they having antennas most at the end point of delivery they were going to deliver in health centers and stuff like that.
Yes.
So having reducing the not bringing in revenue for delivery.
We're getting less
So-
than 30% of those that book.
Do any ANC.
Okay.
So the Milo and Make now raise it to 60%.
Ah, that's good.
We only just started it for 2 years.
Okay.
So
Good.
Subsequently,
So-
you,
It's not just-
so you have to
upgrade the
keep.
brand of the milk and the Milo and all this.
No, that.
That will come because they will have.
because that's what we
wait.
because that's the whole
What I wanted to say
expected.
was something like this, but not quite. So sooner or later, you're going to have to start rewarding people that have gotten the most amount of Milo and milk from our hospital. That's another level. You have unlocked another level.
Next
So you
Population explosion.
some health economics. You know, people have actually costed the life cycle of a woman in a hospital. How many deliveries is she going to have? She must have all her deliveries with me. All her children must attend her pay. Because it's money for the hospital.
Yeah.
So by the time you do 2 levels of milk and Milo with my organization, you're upgraded to another level. So the competition amongst people is, so you have not gotten your second part. It's population explosion, but the competition is, so you have not gotten the second set. Me, I've moved on to, what's higher than that? I move on maybe to a farm or something. You are still on the milk and Milo. But I just want to give us an idea of how these things work. They change over time. So we said it's a tough work. It's a constant work. So because customer expectations change over time.
Yeah.
It always does. So you have to keep getting those data. And you can make it a bit easier. If you have a flat screen system, just tell us how we're doing.
Somebody bought one of those things.
And
Okay.
most people won't use it.
Mm.
But how do you want people to use it? People that use it, send them a text later in the day. We appreciate you. Or the person that has given us the feedback the most, put their name up.
The one that they
Let them,
free
you know these things they do.
Okay.
You know these things they do. Sorry, photo that you can hold something and take a picture.
Mm.
Give it to, let people do that and send it to them. Let's see whether they will fill those your feedback forms or not.
or discounted procedure.
But like
It
that
costs
could
you
work,
money.
but it depends on what kind of
No,
procedure.
it's simple procedure.
If it's simple procedure, like maybe free yoga classes. Are you starting yoga
yoga
classes soon?
Yoga in Nigeria.
Wait, ask
We
her.
considered going into wellness.
You see?
But not yet. We need our space for clinical activities.
Yeah.
If we have more space,
But because
we'll have a spa.
in
You have
fact,
a spa?
We will if we had
Tommy.
more space. Yeah.
Tommy,
Ah.
sorry, I was thinking about your center.
Mm.
You should have something like that if you have the space.
Yoga. You know, good. We are not
It
just.
doesn't have to be
We
yoga.
are not in VIO.
It doesn't have to be yoga. But the truth is that
Some sort of. What you've got to think about it is this: if you go out early in the morning at 6 a.m., what do you see?
I see runners. I see people jogging.
Are they not your customers?
Yeah, some of
So
them.
how do you get them in? It's not through their interest.
Yes.
So what are they interested in? Exercise. Create the
we
venue for
thought
them.
about a gym self at
Ah.
one point. The thing is that if you look at it, those people with the psychosomatic ailment, some of them
They will need that
counseling,
actually.
but some of them are just stressed.
Yeah.
Because you see, it's usually this MD of this big place and MD of that big place, and the guy has not taken leave in 6 years.
Yeah.
he's at work.
So
24/7.
please think about it.
He now prescribes spa treatment in the hospital.
Yeah.
And somehow in their minds, they will say, I'm in the hospital. So they will go upstairs without our plan, actually, but we use the space for IVF instead.
Well,
Send them up
It's
for
good.
relaxation if you have the space.
do you think there's a market for
gap,
that
There's a
in
market in
in Sapele?
Yeah.
Not yet.
But sometimes you can be a market
very
leader.
Happy.
Okay.
They are what?
They are very
People
happy.
in Sapele, the happiness.
Very happy.
You are, sir,
Quota is very high.
you have a lot of middle class with the school and stuff. lecturers, and consider it. See if it's something you can, especially if you have the space.
Yes.
Is it-
It's actually the gym I was considering.
The gym setup cost is high. Yeah.
Have a
But
gym
if you
instructor.
pull in somebody to come and do aerobics, jump,
Aerobics is
Can I be honest?
Mm.
What we were going to do, we're not going to own it. Even if we do a spa, who has the expertise to run a spa?
okay,
Rent
outsource
out
it.
the
Rent out the
space.
space.
Rent out the space to somebody, give the person your rules and regulations.
And life
Let
life
them
goes
run.
on.
Person is paying you a certain amount either as rent or you are sharing profits depending on what you think works better for you.
Great one.
But it's your brand.
No, to be their brand in your hospital. That's
Okay.
especially if it's already a
There will be
strong
cross selling anyway.
existing brand. So what will happen is their own people will come and there's a hospital downstairs.
Good
Then
cross-selling.
you've got patients, yeah.
Then some of your patients too will
We'll
come.
go
There's a
there
spa.
and
Let me go.
they have one near
also.
my house and they start going to that one too. So
A spa can work in Ogidu, definitely. Where people can quickly go and spend 2 hours on a Saturday and get out.
doctors
If the women now find out there's even an OBGYN there, okay. Think about it. There are some things that your patients experience in the hospital. They don't want it. If it's there, it makes them mad. If it's not there, well and good. What example can I give? The one that came to my mind was the gate member. Probably not. They do serve a useful purpose.
Some people don't want mortuaries in the hospital.
really.
Even
I
if
think
it's there, don't advertise it.
Even
Yeah.
if they don't advertise
Mm.
it, if they know that there's a mortuary in that hospital,
It turns them
It
off.
creates a bad
Just
vibe,
turns them
negative
off.
energy. Nobody wants that.
So the idea is just for us to constantly
That
think.
is the last point.
Yeah,
That's
neutral
what
is nothing.
no, the last point
it's
is,
mutual. Yeah,
is the mortuary issue.
yeah. That was what I was talking about when he came up with that. I couldn't think of any, so he supplied that.
How about a blood bank? If you have a blood bank,
The blood bank isn't bad if you can
to
put it on.
increase your
Yeah,
services.
blood
Why not?
bank is excellent,
Mm.
especially when you're running the dialysis unit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
The
know.
thing is,
Blood, you should think
how
about
do
it.
you use enough blood to have a blood bank?
No, for people, not just you.
No, people come to buy actually.
But then
Hospitals.
there's- isn't there
Ups
some
and downs.
licensing
Hmm?
required?
Ups and downs.
There is,
There
but
is.
you can get
Licensing
it. You can get it.
required.
Myomectomies.
Mm.
They need a lot
They
of
need-
surgery.
Your OBGYN service, that's true. Are you guys thinking of increasing your admission space?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you mentioned 5, and 5 may not be
Mm.
optimal.
The one
With the kind
the
of cost you are
building
putting on.
adjourn hours. We're planning to.
How many beds are you going for?
Shit for that one. About that should be about. Now that it's already diagnostics from the hospital, with that building should get up to 15.
Oh wow, you guys.
What's
The ministry is
Gynecological-
moving.
radiological investigations you do?
Right now I'm just digital radiography, but by the end of the year I'm getting a CT.
No, for gynae specifically.
Gynae.
Like
HSG.
HSG and
Just
any-
HSG.
just
HSG
HSG.
for gynae. Just HSG. And
They are
ultra-
doing some, what
ultrasound.
did you call it the other time? Water, saline.
Yeah, saline sonography or contrast hysterosonography.
And you know, not all patients are candidates for that. So the people that actually need it, we do it for them. But I don't consider it. It's not like a separate imaging modality. It's still under ultrasound. Do you understand? It's not like a specialized kind of X-ray, like HSG.
Critical to health requirement. Quality will always be important. What's quality? On our own side, we define quality as once your customer is satisfied, that's quality. Of course, other things go into that. Safety. We talk about patient safety that time, and the process, the cost. All these things are very, very important to your customers. What did you do? Why did you break that up?
That's very important because
Yeah.
that's a little bit.
Yeah.
But some, depending on the kind, I guess where each and every one of us want to walk up to is to have a kind of customer that just tell you, dog, what's your bill? Okay, send me your account number.
Those are not. Oh, they are not.
Those are the worst
Pray.
ones.
Why?
They will not pay.
Lagos
Lagos is full of onigbese. I'm telling you, the debtors list reads like a who is who of Lagos. Those are the people that don't pay.
Mm. When you go ahead
You
and do
can't.
it.
What do you want to do?
Um,
MD of so and so has come in and they've come with 6 police and this and escort. Send me the bill. We've sent it. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll pay.
what's the size now? I don't give me any name.
Of
Just
what?
give me the size
Of what?
of your receivables list.
Oh no, it's gone down significantly. We have a small animal, that's why I like to call her, in charge of receivables. She's very small and she looks quiet and gentle. But one day she actually stood in front of somebody's car.
To collect her money.
Because the person was trying to leave without paying. She took the POS outside and collected her money. So her receivables have dropped. I don't know why she's like that.
What's that possible?
But we're grateful for her. I don't know her. And she's so pious. In fact, one day a patient complained. And I thought she was so pious and Christian. Look at the way she was just shouting. Madam, why was she shouting? I said I will pay the next time I come. Are you supposed to pay the next time you come?
Who is this person?
I don't know. She's one of these. She used to work in HR and they moved her to receivables and she's
Great one.
So her receivables are almost non-existent now. So
Now, great
now, I
one.
mean, obviously, if you forget the
past.
the past,
So you can't go after the past
well,
anymore.
we continue to go after them. We try.
Like, are you offering any discounts?
Which discount? You're already owing me.
There should be interest.
I'm telling you, we're putting interest. Discount.
You're right.
Interest. Yeah,
But if I'm owing you 1 million naira and you say, Femi, if you can pay 700 now, I will collect it from you.
See, what I prefer is pay. Let it the 700 be in my mind that if this man can pay 700, I will believe that he has completed his money.
By the time you tell him.
So what we do sometimes?
No, you discount it. It's not. You
No,
discount it.
I'm not gonna tell the man to I have discounted it.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
be
you are
foreseeing
not
that he
going
should be paying gradually. Then if he can pay up to 700, in my mind he has completed his money.
Then I leave
Then
it.
I
But don't
okay.
tell them.
Don't tell
Yeah,
them.
I agree.
What
They
I'm
don't
trying
need
to point out is the time value of money.
Exactly. That's what I'm
The
doing.
500k you have in your pocket right now is much more than 1 million that is coming, maybe even in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
time.
you're right.
What you do for people like that is before they leave. Like there are different ways we look at it. You have a bill of let's say 350,000, and you're saying you cannot pay, or you want to make an agreement to come back and pay later. We look at it. How much are we ready to lose in this money? What's our operational cost? What's our gain? How do we look at?
At least maybe
At
break
least
even.
make a payment of up to
300.
300, so that if you go with this 50 and you don't come back, no problem. Or we'll just tell you, okay, just pay 320. Just if you can pay the 20, just or pay 330. Just pay it first. Later, we might tell you, no, you have to pay the 350. They are not begging, okay, pay 320. We'll look into the other aspect. Now that is our discount to ensure that you pay that one, because when we perceive that you may not come back and pay that balance, so we give you
At
a
least
close
you
discount.
made
But we do that once you've not left, because once you leave and I tell you,
Yes,
come
no
and
hold
pay
on
this
there.
money.
Yes, no
In short, you'll be happy that if he has reduced it, maybe if I stay 2 months more, he will still bring it down again. So
Exactly.
no problem. I'm not. So I think
But
it's-
how do you know there are some patients you look at them genuinely.
You're still going
They
to
don't
come
have-
back
they
to
can't
me.
pay.
We refer you to Luth.
No,
You know, after the
you know
treatment.
during the process, yes, you've treated them up to a level, and
If
Look
you
at-
think there is
We
no
chop the
way,
loss and refer them up.
if you think there is absolutely no way you can collect your money back, move it to your CSR budget and deduct it from your tax.
I
Can
don't know.
we do
Wait.
that?
That's beautiful.
Exactly.
Can we
So
do
can, wait, take that again.
Yeah, so
Let it become your CSR. So it reduces your tax bill.
So CSR
community service,
reduces
right?
tax.
Yes.
Yes.
Corporate social
Corporate social
responsibility.
responsibility.
But then it will have to be for somebody you can prove is poor, isn't it?
They won't check
Because if
whether.
they read,
Is
Don't
the-
they
is the tax man going to check? That's the
They won't
question.
check.
Okay.
They won't
Corporate
check.
social
If you can get away with it, why not?
Why not, Abu?